2 of this Cadillac. I was able to remove this plastic black trim that was right here. You just pull up like that and it'll just come all out. And then you can get to the BCM. There's a 10 millimeter screw, like right there. It goes into the side of the post right here. You got to hit it from under. And then you could push the BCM, the bottom part of the BCM. There's one at the top too, but you can push the BCM out, and then I was able to pull. And as you can see, there it is. All right, so we're gonna have to eliminate one by one and find out which one is the culprit. All right, I pulled the pick out. I just use a little tool like this, and you just pry, you know, basically right there, boom, 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 and you can slide it out. Okay, guys. So on checking this, putting my tester to it, 3 of them are showing a ground signal, which would be G, H, and M. M is the last one, which is the instrument cluster. So what I'm going to do is I'm bridging from A, B, C, D, D, and E. E is the OBD port, and I believe D is the BCM. So I'm bridging from the ones that show ground over to the BCM to see if it brings down the BCM. If it brings down the BCM, that tells me that that circuit is the one that has the issue, right? So I'm bridged over from, what is that? The next one over and to the BCM, but basically the radio's on. I don't know if you can see that. That one is to the radio and it's working. So I've already checked them. Let me show you something. Okay, you see that? This one is also showing the ground, and when I bring it over to connect it to the next to it to the left is the body control module, and it brings down the body control module. So that tells me that circuit is bad. There's an issue there. Okay, so I trace that circuit back and it goes to another splice block, JX300, and it's to the rear of the car, which is, by the way, where they worked on this car. It was wrecked in the back. So we're gonna find that splice block and we'll be back. All right, guys, I went ahead and put the comb back in on the front JX200, and I found JX300. You got to pull that up, and this is JX300. See that? I'm going to pull this comb out, and our network should come up for all the devices in the front. All right, I pulled the tape off. It's got these zip ties on it too. Slide them out the way. There we go. I'm going to pry it off the comb now. Let's see what happens. All right, got the comb out. I hear the AC coming on. The radio just came on in the front. So our problem is definitely back here. Let's see what happened. Our instrument cluster also came up. Look at that. We're showing engine. We're showing temperature now. Check engine light is on. Radio, all this stuff came on. So we got to find out which one is dead in the back. By the way, guys, these splice packs are labeled. I don't know if you can see that. A, B, C, D, E. So they're labeled through M, A through M. So A on this splice pack, if you saw the diagram, goes back to the front of the car, JX200. So we know we're going to have good signal here. So we got to test the other ones, find out which ones are grounded, which ones show ground, and then test them and see which one of those bring the actual network down. All right, I kind of set you up so you can see the test I'm running. I'm connected to A. This one showed a ground. There were 3 of them. 1 second. Okay, so I'm connected to A. This one showed a ground. It is not ground in the network. That one is not. That one is not. That one is not. That one is not. Found the culprit. This is 2 before M. Let me check this one. So it's this one. I'm gonna show you. This is the culprit right here. Let's see what letter that is. That is the one that's grounding the network. All right, guys. The one that was giving us problem was, I believe it's, what is that, L? No, I'm sorry, it's K, which is 1, 2, 3, that third one. That goes to the sensor on the bumper right here. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see that. It's the driver's side. I went ahead and unplugged it. So if the cable is actually damaged and it's grounding out from the cable, it will still show us a ground. If it doesn't show anything, that means that the actual module itself is defective. All right. So that one showing signal, that one showing something. This is the one we unplugged, nothing. So that tells me that the wiring is good and that grounded, and that module in the back is bad. It's gonna have to replace. Since it's unplugged, I'm gonna put the comb back in, and the network should not go down when I start the car. Everything should work except for that, of course. Right, got it on. Everything should work when I turn it off and start the car. Cluster should show everything. Yep. So it's confirmed. Everything's working, as you can see. This is another fix, boys. Like and subscribe. It's going to be the back driver side radar sensor is bad on this car, and that brought down that whole network, which caused all the problems you saw earlier on the first video. Like and subscribe, man. If you didn't see what the problem was happening, watch part 1.